We're going to talk about Candace Owens. You know, you can always tell when white people write articles about Candace Owens because they heavily favor her. And there is something wrong when a whole different group of people favor a black person, but the people within the group that she comes from don't. Okay? When you are trying to drive the black community to something and you're unlikable, the likelihood of you achieving that is zero. And the fact that white people like you, that's not going to do anything for you. Really, technically, it's not going to do anything for you because they're not your target. Your target is to get black people to join your Blexit. And you can't insult your people and then expect them to follow you. Okay, you just can't. It doesn't work that way. It has never worked that way, and she is not going to achieve that now. If you walked around America right now at this very second and asked each and every black American would they follow Candace Owens with Blexit, I promise you, you'll get more unanimous no's than yes. And it doesn't matter what white people feel about her. What you feel is not a factor to us. And that's what you're not getting. You only favor Candace because she speaks like you think. She is saying the things that you wish you could come out and say to us openly. That's the only reason why you favor her. And see, when you come off too negative, nobody's going to listen to you. And this is what Candace really need to pay attention to instead of Miranda Devine, some white journalist that has no connection with the black community whatsoever. So this came out in the New York Post, November 6, 2019. Devine. Candace Owens' Blexit movement is Democrats' worst nightmare. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Candace is not moving enough black people for her Blexit to even make any difference. She's not a nightmare to anybody, maybe to herself and to the white people that like her, but she's no nightmare to anyone else. Democrats don't have to worry about Candace. She doesn't have that kind of influence and pull among her own people. She's not a threat to anybody. You know, and the fact that Miranda Devine wrote this kind of article tells you how disconnected she really is with the black community. Her and many people like her, in fact. The dirty little secret about woke is its lack of diversity. It's a movement entirely comprising of white college educated progressives. And that's who Candace actually relates to better than she does her own people. She doesn't do well in front of black crowds. And we saw this firsthand, many times. She gets booed. And I noticed one thing about Candace Owens and the Paris Denards and the David Clarks of the world, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to speak off the cuff on this one. The one thing about those folks, racism is real when it happens to them. I want you to notice this pattern these alleged progressive white Republicans have. Racism is real when it happens to them. When we talk about the racism that happens to us, they mock us. They laugh at black people, and then they go as far as telling you racism don't exist. Any black person that sits in your face and tells you racism don't exist, you need to cut that Negro off immediately and never have anything more to do with that person. Because right off the bat, they are lying, and they know they're lying. And if you go back and look at Candace Owens prior to what you see today, she was very pro-black. Now ask yourself, how does she go look at some of her old videos that are out there. She spoke against racism. She was very much pro-black. Now, what changed this woman from that position to what we see today? Money. Money. Because if you're on social media, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of money in cooning. And it's the only time white listeners are willing to throw all kinds of money at a black content creator is when they are speaking against their own. Just look at all the channels that have a lot of subscribers. If they are black, they are, especially if they're doing the kind of commentary that Candace is doing, as long as they are speaking against the black community, they're sellouts, they're traitors. They can't be trusted. Those are the kind of creators that get propped up on a YouTube or all of the other social media platforms. Those are the kind of ones that they have a lot of subscribers, but those subscribers don't look like them. Because, see, these folks get off on listening to negative commentary about the black community. And people like Candace Owens is going to deliver that. She's going to deliver this to her people. This is why she's so intelligent. She's so beautiful. She's so this, she's so that, because she's speaking against her own and they like it. Yeah, she's all of those things until she says something they don't like. And watch how fast they will turn on her and turn against her. This is why you don't want those kind of folks around you, and you don't want to attract those kind of people that Candace have. Say one thing wrong. Watch how fast they turn on you. Is that really the kind of crowd you really want at your channel if you are a black content creator? Hell no. You don't want them people around. These folks that'll turn on you as fast as the wind direction changes. But that's who Candace has. That's not a good thing. And those same folks will be her downfall. She ain't gonna be like this forever. We've seen many of them rise and fall. Hey y'all, where's Ron Christie? Where's his cross-eyed ass? Where's his cross-eyed? Remember, he was all on TV. He was Dick Cheney's, he worked in Dick Cheney's cabinet. Remember, at one point in time, he was all over TV. They got rid of him. Remember, Paris Denard was another one, always speaking against the community, always jumping on the Trump bandwagon. Where is he? You think they're not going to do this to Candace Owens? Where's David Clark? David Clark, he think that we should forgive for slavery. He was talking all that shit. Where's David Clark? See, do or say one thing they don't like. Watch how fast they snatch you off of the stage that you're on. Watch how fast they get rid of you. Give Candace some time. Give her some time. These same people, oh, she's so beautiful. Oh my, oh. Watch how fast they get rid of her. See, in this society, coons are all expendable. All of them. Candace ain't no damn exception. She's just the black conservative for the moment. She don't have no shelf life, just like the other ones did. You know, she's going to have an expiration date. All of them did. Look at the ones that were kicked to the curb before her. I remember Armstrong Williams. He was out here strong. Everything wrong with the black community. Everything wrong with the black community. Where is he now? Ain't seen him in years. These folks don't last long. The Candace Owens of the world speaking against her own, they don't last long. This is why you can't point to none of them from the past today that you still see openly. And you're not going to. Candace, at the end of the day, is wasting her time. She really is. All this propping her up is for naught. It really is, y'all. She's not going to bring anybody over to Blexit from the Black community. She's not. She's not. And it's a reality that these white folks that want to write these articles out, like Divine here, that want to write these articles trying to praise her, this is what you're not considering. We're not following Candace in anything. Not now, not ever. The damage is done. She's done more harm than good within the Black community. So your praises, Miranda Divine, is falling upon deaf ears in the Black community. You guys do not have the ability to move or shape us when it comes to politics, especially those of us that are wide awake. Your molding and shaping us days are done. We don't need that from you. And we don't need the likes of Candace Owens. So all of you folks that are in her corner trying to talk to us, stop wasting your time. We're not coming to Blexit. We're not going to come under the leadership of Candace Owens. And we're not going to be influenced by what the mainstream media puts out about her. Got it? Good. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.